The first thing I noticed when I pulled up to my driveway that night wasn't the strange cars parked where my Range Rover should have been. It wasn't even the thumping bass rattling my windows or the smell of grilled steaks drifting through the air. It was the laughter. Loud, careless, entitled laughter, echoing from inside my house. I wasn't supposed to be here. According to everyone in Willow Crest Estates, I was still on a business trip in Dubai. The HOA president, Karen Whitmore, had made sure of that. She'd even stopped by the week before I left to ask when I'd be back. "Just making sure your place stays safe," she'd said with that fake, tight-lipped smile. I didn't trust her then. I should have trusted my gut more. I killed the engine and stepped out, my shoes crunching on the gravel. My front door, a custom mahogany I'd imported from Italy, was wide open. Inside, people I'd never seen before lounged on my furniture. One guy was pouring whiskey from my $400 bottle of Glenfiddich. Another was laughing by the fireplace, holding one of my rare crystal vases like it was a soda cup. And there, in the middle of it all, wearing one of my silk robes, was Karen. She spotted me, and her face froze, just for a moment. Then, she recovered and stormed toward me, yelling loud enough for the whole room to hear. "Who are you, and what are you doing in my house?" I actually laughed. My house. "Karen, are you drunk? Get out before I..." She cut me off, her voice rising in pitch. "Everyone. Call 911. This man's trespassing. He broke into my home." I swear, my heart skipped. She wasn't just crazy, she was performing. 5 minutes later, red and blue lights painted my driveway. 2 officers stepped out. Karen ran to them first. "Officers, thank God you're here. This man barged in, he's dangerous." The taller cop turned to me. "Sir, can we see some ID?" I handed him my driver's license and, more importantly, my property deed. The officer's eyes narrowed as he scanned it. "Karen," he said slowly, "this says he owns the property." She scoffed. "Oh, please. He's obviously forged that. I've been living here for weeks. I even have a lease." She pulled out a folder of neatly printed papers, all fake, but good enough to stall the officers. That's when my next-door neighbor, Mr. Henderson, appeared on his porch in pajamas. "Officers," he called. "That's Thomas Bradley. He's lived here for years. And she's been president of the HOA, until last week, when we started investigating her." The officers exchanged glances. Karen's smirk faltered. By midnight, the party was over, literally. Karen and her freeloading guests were escorted off my property. But the damage was done. The security system was ripped out. My safe was empty. And I later learned Karen had been Airbnb-ing my mansion for $1,500 a night. I wasn't just going to let it slide. I hired a private investigator, got screenshots of her listings, bank transfers, even the text messages where she bragged to her sister about living like royalty while I was gone. When I handed it all to my lawyer, he smiled the way sharks do. 3 months later, Karen wasn't just out of the HOA, she was bankrupt. Every cent she'd made renting my home went to legal fees, damages, and the settlement she owed me. Now, my pool is quiet again. And whenever I see Karen drive by in her beat-up hatchback, I make sure to wave. After all, she did spend 2 weeks living in my mansion. It's only polite to say hello.